rock and come in. Baby, oh, baby, me say rock and come in.
Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney and I'm here to provide you with natural hair content. So today I'm just going to be going over 5 different hair tips that you can use in your daily routines or just to maintain the health of your hair. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. Alright, so today I'm going to be using the Curls Dynasty Kalahari Smoothie Leave-In, which is this one, as well as the Styler Argan Oil Gel that I've been using, trying to get rid of. I'm just gonna section my hair in 4 parts, and we'll start off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 would be using a satin or silk pillowcase. So I know quite a few people will usually sleep with a bonnet or a scarf, and that is good and everything, but if you are somebody who sleeps very, or not, I shouldn't say sleeps very, but if you're somebody who moves around a lot in their sleep and your bonnet or your scarf tends to come off, then maybe having a silk or satin pillowcase will be like an additional protection for you. The reason you want to use a satin or silk pillowcase is so that there's no friction directly on your hair in case your scarf or bonnet falls off. The friction from cotton usually will cause frizz or can even damage your hair while you're rolling around in your sleep. Tip number 2 would be to use a microfiber towel or a cotton t-shirt to dry your hair during your wash days or even your in-between days when you're wetting your hair. So anytime you're wetting your hair, you want to be using a microfiber towel or a cotton t-shirt. Reason being is because the regular towels, cotton towels that you may use, cause a lot of friction. Same thing as when you're sleeping on just regular cotton pillowcases. It will damage your hair, cause more frizz, and I can actually say that for myself personally, when I started using my microfiber towel in my hair, I did see a difference when I would dry my hair. You don't have to rub the towel on your hair strands. You can just kind of wrap it up and it kind of takes all the water out for you without you having to do much. And I did get my towels, or I should say, I guess you can call them turbans, which is what I had on my head before, and it's this. So I got this off of Amazon and it came in a pack of 4. I can't remember the price, but I'll link it down below in the description box if you're interested in getting a microfiber towel for your hair. Tip number 3 would be to deep condition your hair once a week for at least 30 minutes. And benefits of that are that you are bringing moisture back into your hair strands, as well as it could promote health, promotes or prevents damage. It also promotes elasticity and brings back the shine, the natural shine that you usually have in your hair strands. There are different types of deep conditioners, so if you want to see more on that and are not sure what type of deep conditioner you should be using, then comment down below and I'll make a video on that, explaining the different types of deep conditioners, as well as maybe even other hair products that you can choose from. What's the difference between like a milk and a cream, etc. And with deep conditioning, that's something that I started to do very continuously, and it might seem like it's a lot, but it's not. It's 30 minutes of your day, 30 minutes extra to your wash day. What are you normally doing in those 30 minutes anyways? So if you're sitting around just watching TV, do a deep conditioning treatment. No? If you're transitioning or even trying to repair damage from like heat deep conditioning will help you out a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. One of the other reasons why you want to deep condition once a week is because throughout the week you lose moisture in your hair strands. So this is the way where you bring it all back, you know? It's just a more intense conditioning treatment compared to like just a regular conditioner, a rinse out conditioner, or even a leave-in conditioner. Tip number 4, trial and error. When you're on a natural hair journey, there will be trial and error. Not everything that I do is going to work in your hair. Not all the products that I use is going to work in your hair. So you need to try different products, be open to trying different products. And yes, it may be money, but in the end, once you find that product that works for you, you stick to it and you just continuously buy that product. There is also the fact that if a product costs more, normally you would assume the quality is better, but everybody's hair is different. So a product that might be $30 might not work in your hair but might work in mine, or a product that's maybe $5 might work in your hair but not mine. You know, it really also depends on the ingredients in the product. It's not just based on the price of the product that's going to determine whether or not the product will work. So that goes for any product that you're putting in your hair. If it's a gel, if it's a cream, if it's a shampoo, a leave-in. There might be leave-ins or shampoos that you might not like that I like. So it takes time to find your natural hair routine. And like I said, it is trial and error. Some of the techniques you might use might not work, you know? So maybe you have to change up the type of technique that you're using. Maybe you're detangling in the shower after you shampoo, but it's hard for you to do that. Maybe doing a pre-poo, which would be a pre-shampoo. So you would add maybe oil or just a regular conditioner to your hair before you actually shampoo it to detangle. And that might make the process a little easier when you're in the shower and you're going through your wash day. So just different techniques that you need to try out. Same for when you're styling your hair. I tend to go with wash and goes most of the time when I'm styling my hair, but somebody who might have thicker or coarser hair, or maybe even a different texture hair, prefers to do a twist out every week rather than wash and goes, because the wash and go might not last. Maybe the wash and go doesn't, you know, hold the moisture in their hair for as long. Maybe they just don't like how the wash and go looks on their hair. So there could be different reasons as to why something might work for you and not for the other person. So like I said, it would be trial and error, and it does take time to find the products that do work for you. And for the last tip, just to add on to the trial and error, do what works for you. So if you see me doing wash and goes and your hair doesn't typically like wash and goes, try twist outs, try braid outs, try perm rods, curling sets. You know, find something that you enjoy doing. So now I'm just going to apply the gel throughout my sections. But to add on to tip number 5, as I was saying, do what works for you, you know? So also reading ingredients on your products. Your hair might not like, for instance, coconut oil. So if you're using coconut oil consistently and you notice your hair is dry, maybe it's time to switch it up, you know? Find something else that doesn't have coconut oil in it. Or some people's hair really doesn't take to glycerin. So if you see glycerin is in the product list, maybe try something else that doesn't have glycerin in the ingredient list. You might see a change in how your hair reacts to that product, and maybe that might be the product that works for you. And then you can continue using that product every wash day until maybe you find something else and you want to venture into looking into a different type of product that you would like to use, right? It also depends where you're living as well. If you're living somewhere where it's humid, or you're going on vacation and you know it's going to be humid in this area, well, maybe the products that you're using here might not work over there because of the weather. Your hair also takes the moisture from the air to its strands, so your hair might dry out. So maybe here in the wintertime you might have to use different products compared to what you use in the summertime. I know for myself, when it starts to get to the cooler months, I can use creams in my hair more than gels. In the summertime, I have to consistently use gels because just a cream alone, my hair will frizz up very quickly and the moisture will be gone, right? So do what works for you and see how that goes. And if you have other natural hair care tips that you can provide, comment down below. Comment down what tips and tricks you use when you're styling your hair or just to maintain the health of your hair. So I'm gonna go through the rest of this, applying the product, and I'll come back to you when I am done. Alright y'all, so this is the product after it's been applied. I'm going to air dry and I'll come back once it's completely dried. Alright y'all, so I'm back and these are my results. I did air dry and it is the next day, but it took about maybe 3 to 4, maybe even 5 hours for it to fully dry. I did stretch my hair using the banding method and pick it out to get some more volume, but there isn't much hold, and I think it's probably because of the leave-in that I used. This is the first time that I did this mix of the gel and the leave-in, so I probably won't get many days, probably like 2 days, and then I'm gonna have to restyle my hair, either put it up in a puff or redo my wash and go. So comment down below what you think. Also, if you got this far, you should subscribe and like, share, comment what natural hair tips you might use that I didn't mention, or if you already use the tips that I mentioned, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.